Hi my stunner babes, welcome or welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Stacy. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Here in this channel we do a lot of faith-based femininity vlogs and beauty content, so if you enjoy those type of content, you're definitely gonna have a fun time here. I would say subscribe. I would really do appreciate the support, and of course, if you're new, comment in the comment section, let me know where you're watching me from so I can give you a quick shout out next time I upload a video. And of course, if you're a returning subscriber, hi, thank you for stopping by again. I really do appreciate you. So guys, today's topic of discussion is an exciting but controversial one, and I'm super excited to get into it because I do have a few things to share about the subject matter. So the topic of discussion today is what happens when a woman proposes to a man and why I strongly don't recommend this. Now at the end of the day, if this is your decision and this is how you feel, go right ahead, get it how you live, and you know, I wish you well. But I'm gonna be sharing why I think it's a no-go, especially for women. If you're looking for a man to support you to the utmost, if you're looking for a healthy masculine man, if you're looking for a man who's gonna shower you with love and appreciation for as long as you're with him, this is not recommended, and I'm gonna be sharing my reasons as to why. So if you're interested in this topic of discussion, please keep watching. So just before we get into the topic, I do have to give a little bit of foundation and just my views on female and male, feminine and masculine. So when it comes to feminine and masculine, as human beings, we have two energies that we were born with. The very first one is feminine energy, and the second one is masculine energy. Now, depending on the sex at birth, you will be more dominant in one over the other. So for example, females tend to be more feminine, males tend to be more masculine. Now remember, I said that we have both energies within us and they serve very different purposes. They're both equally important in each of our lives, whether it be you're male or female. Now, something that can happen sometimes is depending on the life that you live, your upbringing, where you live, or just the circumstances in your life, we can have a switch when it comes to those energies. Now, for female, it's so much more beneficial and it's so much more beautiful when you're operating from your feminine energy, because there's a lot of advantages that you would realize once you step into that, and for masculine as well. Now, what happened in a relationship dynamic is that a healthy feminine woman and a masculine man, healthy masculine man, will get together, and if they're both in their, you know, their correct energy, right, which is feminine and masculine, healthy, they complement each other, right? They complement each other very, very well. But a lot of times in relationships, just because of life and circumstances and, you know, kids and work and everything that gets in the mix, a lot of time your energy can be thrown off, and you can find the female being more in her masculine and the male being more in his feminine. And when this happens, that's when friction comes, and that's when things are off balance, and that's when things aren't working harmoniously. Because as I said, as a female, you should be more dominant in your feminine energy, and for a male, more dominant in your masculine energy. And so when it's thrown off and there's friction, that's where there's disharmony in the relationship, and things like woman proposing to man happen. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how it's designed. I'm a Christian, and as you know, in the Bible, you know, male was made for female. Now I know that, you know, people have different views on that, and as I said, if you have different views, that's completely fine. But I'm just giving my 2 cents for my girlies that want to attract and be with a masculine man and get treated how they desire and how they want to get loved and appreciated the way that they want to. And if they want to be in a relationship where they complement each other and, you know, things are going their way, obviously life is not perfect, but you can definitely create the life that you want to have if you know exactly how to do that. So what happened in a dynamic when a female gets proposed or engaged to a man, or she gets down on one knees and asks a man to get married to her? What happened is, first of all, a woman has to be completely out of sync, or out of out of flow with her feminine energy, and feel like she's not getting the love, the support, or like the chemistry or the attention from her man as she should. And if she find herself in a place where she is over giving when it comes to her love and her attention. If she feel like she's not being pursued, she's not being chased, she's not appreciated, but she loved that man so much and she want to have him so much. And this is where having self-confidence and knowing your worth, having boundaries come into play, because a woman that love herself and knows her worth and have boundaries would not find herself in a situation where she has to get down on one knees to propose to a man. A woman that has confidence in herself, if she finds herself in a relationship where the man is not pursuing her, he seems to not love her, and she's having to chase him, if she knows her worth, she is going to walk away. She's gonna pull her attention, she's gonna pull her love, because she realizes that this man does not recognize the queen in her, does not recognize the divine feminine woman in her. And so a woman who is in her healthy feminine energy, I say healthy feminine energy because there could be wounded or damaged feminine energy. A woman who's in her healthy feminine energy, if she recognizes this in a man, she's gonna walk away. She's gonna detach herself from that situation, and she would not get down on one knees in any circumstance and get married to that man. Now, what happens when this happens, it simply means that you're in your wounded feminine energy, or your feminine energy is switched off altogether and you're operating from your masculine energy. And remember, I said at the beginning of the video that having masculine energy in a woman is important, as well as having feminine energy in a man is important when it's used in the right place. So for example, where a masculine energy will be very beneficial for a woman in a relationship is if she's looking to start her own business. That beautiful masculine energy would step in and help her to chase her dreams or trace her goals or set up plans and set up structure and all of these different things. That's what the masculine energy is for. It's for action. That's what it's for. And it's perfect when it's used in that way. In a masculine a male dynamic, when a man is in his feminine, it allows him to be soft and more emotional and can understand his feminine queen. It allows him to have compassion and love for his kids and all of these different things. And if he's in that energy at that time, that is completely fine. But mostly we want to operate in our different perspective energies depending on our sex. Now, when you find yourself in a relationship where the woman has to get down on one knees or she feels the need to do that, that is because she's in her masculine energy and she's sending chasing energy signal to the male. He's recognizing. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this early in the video, but energy speaks, guys. I think we know that by now. And an example of knowing how energy speaks is if you walk into a room and you automatically feel like tensions change, or you feel like somebody doesn't like you, or you could just feel like it's not lovely. That's how you could tell. You didn't say a word, but you walk into the room and you could tell. You could tell if it's a positive vibe or if it's a negative vibe. And that's the reason why we tend to gravitate towards people that are more bubbly and fun and accepting and non-judgmental, and people who have high energy and high spirit. We want that for ourselves. So whenever we see someone with that energy, we tend to gravitate towards them. If you're like you lack self-confidence and you see a confident woman, two things can happen. One, you'll probably gravitate towards her, or you may hate her, because that happens a lot of times. Like if we see something in somebody that we desire for ourselves and we feel like we can't get it, we tend to not like that person, and that's the reason is because they have something that we desire. This is how humans operate. I don't know why, this is just how it is. So when a woman finds herself in her masculine energy and she's having to chase a man, things like her proposing to a man, or things like her doing things that might not necessarily feel good in her body, but she's doing it because she feel like she has to please him, or else he would leave her, and all of these different things. And that is how women can end up in a situation where they're proposing to a man. But ladies, if you're watching this video and you feel like you have to propose to a man, or you have to chase a man for him to be with you, ladies, I'm telling you right now, we are queens. You do not have to do that. All you need to do is recognize that you are a queen. And if you feel like you don't have that much confidence, or you in your mind you're thinking, who's gonna get married to me, or if I don't get married to this guy, or if I don't propose to him, or if I don't show him that I'm the one for him, I'm never gonna have that partner. Ladies, this is a lie from the pit of hell. And if you find yourself in this situation, are you feeling this way, you need to take a step back and work on your self-confidence, work on your self-love, because I guarantee once you recognize yourself as the queen that you are, you're not going to be doing things like this. And it doesn't feel good in your body either. Any of these women that get down on one knees and get proposed to a man, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10 the relationship doesn't work, because now the man is in his feminine energy and you're in your masculine energy and you're having to chase him, and that's not how the dynamic is meant to work. He is gonna run away and he's gonna run towards a woman that is in her divine feminine energy, and then he's gonna switch on his masculine energy and he's gonna run away from you, and you're gonna end up hurt, and you don't want that. Okay, so I know this is a trend that we're seeing lately on social media, but it's not the best, especially if you want to live in a harmonious, divinely beautiful, happy relationship with your partner. Ladies, this is not the way to go. As I said before, I'm not here to judge anyone, but you have to know what you want in your life, right? If you want peace, you want love, you want a man to shower you, you want him to adore you, you want him to provide for you, you want him to show up for you emotionally, you're not gonna get it if you decide to go down on one knee and get married to that man. As I said before, if this is your choice and this is what you want to do, go right ahead and do it, no problem. But ladies, if you want to be pursued by your dream guy, you want to be provided for, you want to be in your soft girl era, you want to live a life where you're happy and you feel like you're loved and supported and showered with adoration, this is not the way to go. What you need to do is to step back from that relationship, right? And take that energy and pour it into something that you love, something that you're passionate about. So I recently made a video on Instagram telling women, you know what, if you find yourself in such a relationship dynamic, you need to step back. Take a step back, because your male counterpart, your male partner, he can feel the chasing energy. He can feel that you stepped out of your feminine energy, and automatically this puts him in his feminine energy, even if he doesn't want to be in that. Or a lot of times, if a healthy masculine male start feeling that from his feminine woman, he's gonna step back, and then you're gonna run after him, you're gonna chase after him, and it's not gonna feel good. So ladies, as I said, if you find yourself in this situation, take a step back, pour your energy into something that you are passionate about. Maybe you pick back up a hobby that you used to love, or maybe you start a new hobby. It could be painting, maybe learning how to swim, learning how to play an instrument, maybe gardening, maybe starting a business, something that's gonna allow you to take that energy, that chasing energy away. And once you do that, he's gonna realize that there was an energy switch, and then that's how you can switch the dynamic. That's how you can switch the polarity between both of you, and you can get back in balance. Okay, so I hope this video was really helpful, and now you understand why it's not recommended for a woman to propose to a man, because as much as you're trying to grip onto that man, he is gonna feel that you're gripping onto him, and he's gonna want to release you. He's gonna want to run away, and he's gonna run to someone else, another woman who is in her feminine energy. Because remember, they attract each other, they balance each other off. So whenever it's off balance, all you simply need to do, take a step back, refocus, rebalance, and things are gonna go back to how it was and how you would like it to be. So if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it for you to give me a nice big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what else you want to see. I would definitely be happy to bring it to you. And until next time, have a nice time.